The way it works is hot water from the engine comes through pipes and circulates through this coil, and then they blow air through that warm coil and it creates heaters for the bus. So all these covers need to be removed. I already loosened those, but these are the two lines coming up from the engine. One of them is a supply line with water coming from the engine to the front of the bus, and the other one is a return line with water coming back to the engine. This line runs up there from the underneath the bus to this coil, and then goes underneath this panel all the way over here. Right here, the lines, both lines go through the floor so that the emergency exit is not blocked. And then those two lines go under the door and back up through the floor to here. And then they travel along here to this heater core. And then the lines continue on through this channel all the way up to here, where I believe, I haven't confirmed yet, but the lines go into the dashboard and are used for defroster and for driver heater. So the challenge is remove all of that. To remove these, remove all of that, remove all these lines. My goal is to have an electric defroster in the front of the bus and run no hot water from the engine up there at all. So that's the task. So first of all, what I'm going to do is figure out how outside the bus to block the water so that when I cut and remove all this, the coolant does not leak out. So let's go take a look under there. Hey, stop for a second so I can do a video. Hey. Hey, I want to do a video. Hey. Hello? Hey. Hey.
15 minutes later.
All right, for heater line deletion, here's where the two lines go into the bus. And so at some point down here, we need to jump this line straight over to this line so that the coolant no longer goes to the bus. What I've devised is a clamp where I'm got two pieces of metal and a clamp there, and I'm squeezing the tube. That should stop leak. And I've got the same thing going over here on that line. So that's my theory, is that I can start removing those lines. Now we're going to do the first cut of the line. So right here is where the line comes down and crosses under the bus and then goes up over there. So I think this is a low point. I should be able to dismantle right here. Let's give it a shot. I got coolant on my phone! All right, all these covers have now been removed. And the heater line, you can see right here where it dives down and goes up to the console. The heater line has been exposed. Here's the two. The line comes up to dives down under to, so it doesn't block the emergency exit. Comes back up here and runs back along to this core. There. And then dives back down and goes to the engine. That's a lot of hose. Definitely nasty under here. But I found a quarter. I'm building a heater coolant bypass line by using 2 of these fittings and putting a piece of heater hose in between. I'm putting a couple hose clamps on there just because I got lots of hose clamps now. Okay, so I'm back under the bus, and these are the clamps that I have on there. And these 2 heater hoses, one goes over here and the other one goes up here to this valve, to this unit. So there's probably a lot better ways to do it, but for right now, since I have the clamps installed in this area, I'm going to cut here and here and install my bypass. That's gonna leave some extra hanging, but I'll be able to fix that later. I just want to clarify here that the reason I'm doing this, putting the bypass here, is because I don't want to lose a bunch of coolant. And I got lots of other work to do under here, but for right now I just need to bypass here so I can tear up all the stuff upstairs. Where we're at right now is I've got the bypass in. I've got it wired off to the side here because there's still dripping coming from up above where I disconnected. And I just wanted to get this out of the way so I could tell if there was dripping coming from here. Let me just clarify, this will not work for driving. It needs to be done much better. I'm gonna bypass it up at the source. But for now, during construction, this is fine. Heater tubing has been removed and the heater cores. And somebody might be able to make use of them for something somewhere. But not me. The fun never stops here in paradise. If you guys think we're adding value or helping you out and learning how to do this in the future, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. You know, the reason people always say like and subscribe is because there's an algorithm in place with the YouTubes. And the more people who like and subscribe and comment and so on and so forth, the more the video shows up for people. And we want people to join our adventure. Thank you.